So for the last few weeks, we've been focusing a lot on computers around here, but let's get back to some things to help the streamers. Hey, what's up everybody? Dimitri of Caddac Gaming here, and today we're going to go over 5 different tools that I use while streaming that I believe that you guys will all find helpful or useful or inspire you to find your own solutions. If you find any of these tools helpful, I'd really appreciate it if you liked and subscribed. Really helps me out, and as I mentioned before, we're getting close to 1,000. I really appreciate everybody who's tuned in to the channel, and let's just hop right into them. So the first tool we have here is called Chaturino. It is a really awesome Twitch chat app that you can install on your computer, and it allows you to monitor your chat and other chats at the same time. You can ping for notifications, so you can have audio notifications when somebody mentions your name, and a few, other kind of situations. There's a lot of flexibility here. I personally use it to monitor my own chat as well as friends' chats that I moderate in, for example, while I'm streaming, so I can kind of keep track of everything at once. It's super useful. It's got a lot of flexibility, as I mentioned. So you can go in here to the settings. You can change what the default interface looks like, but highlights are super useful. So my friend Calvin, he was in my chat and he was asking, hey, how do you have it like a ping notification sound every time I mention your name? He wasn't doing @Caddac, he was just saying Caddac. And this is how I do that. You have it so that every time you get mentioned, it pings you and it gives you a notification sound. For me, because my chat is usually empty while I'm playing games, and I can get usually pretty sucked into a game and pretty involved, it's hard to always realize what's going on in chat right away. So this allows me to, if anybody ever mentions my name in the chat, it pings me and I know that there's a notification there. As you can also see here, by all of the Twitch bots going in and out of people's channels, I have it set up so that it tells me when people join or leave the chat channel. This one can be pretty useful. I like to use it just to kind of get an understanding of who's participating and who's watching without having to constantly refresh the user list. Sometimes when I'm playing particular games that maybe one viewer has been really interested in, or one viewer that has just enjoyed talking to me about it or kind of played through the game with me. I've had a couple people play through like RPGs where they help me make decisions. This is just a really good way for me to kind of realize that they're there. They don't have to chat or anything. I don't have to acknowledge them, because like sometimes people don't really like being called out on stream, like when they join the chat. So it's just a good thing for me to know that they're there, and I can kind of tailor the way that I'm playing the game to the way that I know that engages them nicely. Sometimes, someone will be chatting to you and you'll be having a conversation and then you won't get an answer from them and you're like, hey, what happened there? Sometimes you'll notice that they've parted the channel and then joined the channel again, because maybe they had to refresh or they accidentally closed the app or what have you. So it's a useful tool. I use it quite a bit, and Chaturino as a whole is really great. You can split everything up into like panels. You can create tabs. So I have tabs for like different groups of people. You can create a new tab, and you can basically just have this as your own chat. But I feel like you don't really need that kind of width for one chat. So I normally split mine up into multiple small chats, and then I use the next tool to actually split up one of my monitors to have a whole bunch of information available to me right away, so that I can use that while I'm streaming. As I use 2 monitors on the streaming computer, one uses OBS and the other one will use the split setup. So PowerToys is a great Microsoft developed program that allows you to power use Windows in a different capacity than you normally would be able to. And specifically when streaming, I like to use fancy zones. Now I've gone over all of PowerToys in another video. If you'd like, you can go ahead and watch it. It is a really awesome program, but while streaming in particular, I like to use fancy zones. So fancy zones allows you to create your own basically split view of a monitor, and you can create as many zones as you want to split up a monitor to use multiple programs, and they will auto size to fill up the whole space of the monitor. Now, I have mine set up in a 3-piece window, and I will show you it here. So actually, we can show you how it looks like when you set up Fancy Zones. So I have the 2 other windows here, and if I hold Shift, you can see my 3 zones, and we're gonna go ahead and throw Chaturino down there. So this is typically what my second monitor looks like while I stream. I have my Discord on the right here. It's really helpful for if somebody's messaging me about a question, or if somebody's messaging about a game that we're playing. I can see that here. I can also see when people join and leave the Discord call, which is super helpful. I have Pretzel Rocks or Spotify up in here. Pretzel Rocks is a really good streamer focused music platform. It is a little bit expensive now. I got in before they raised the price. I don't think I'm going to be renewing it this year. But if you're on Spotify or Apple Music or even just YouTube, you can use Streambeats. They're what I use in the background of all my videos on YouTube. I use them on stream quite a bit as well, and Harris has done an absolutely fantastic job. He plans on this year to release an album a month at least, so definitely check out Streambeats. Everybody that I've recommended Streambeats to, they've really enjoyed it. They've got a bunch of different genres and stuff, so highly recommend that. But yeah, so this is the way I have my monitor set up. Really great, it's really useful. I have a bunch of stuff available to me at once, and because I have a 27-inch monitor, these are all at a good size where I can still read everything. Chaturino is big enough where I can, like, it's basically each little window here is the size of like a normal chat on Twitch if you're going on someone's Twitch page. So they read really well. I can keep track of everything, and if one of my friends are streaming and they need me to get rid of bots or what have you while I'm streaming, this is a really easy way for me to do it. If I'm not streaming, I usually just use Twitch's mod view and makes it pretty simple that way. But Fancy Zones is a really great way to manage a monitor, to have a bunch of things open at once so that you can, you know, keep an eye on things and have really quick access to a bunch of things without alt-tabbing and moving between windows. Now, another really great tool that I utilize to make things like emotes and sub-badges is Pixlr. Now, Pixlr is a free photo editor online. You can use a bunch of different options. You can use paint.net, which you would install into your computer, and it's kind of like an older version of Photoshop. There's a bunch of Photoshop clones out there that you can use that are browser-based or on your computer. Pixlr is just really easy, and I've gotten really used to it over the years. It's a really easy way to go ahead and make your own emotes by taking either pictures of yourself and cutting out your head as part of the emote, which I've done multiple times, or creating text and all that kind of stuff. Pixlr is a really great way to do that. So you can use it really quickly to just, you know, lasso your head, cut that out, create a new image, paste it on there, go ahead with the eraser tool and get rid of the rest of your background, and be very careful. Take your time, erase it, resize the canvas to be the size of your head, and you have a new emote if you want. You can even go and, like I mentioned, you can go and throw text. This is basically just a very minimal Photoshop editor, very helpful, and I've used it in the past to create my emotes when I didn't have Photoshop. So next up is kind of a grouping of things, and they are browser extensions, which can be extremely useful, and in particular we're going to talk about 2 of them, Better Twitch TV and Fischers Faces. So I utilize these quite a bit, and Better Twitch TV has a lot of options for you. So if we go into my channel here, and we go down to the cog, and we go down to the Better Twitch TV, so you can have it so that it'll highlight certain keywords, so you can make it so it highlights your name, although Twitch does that already. And you'll notice with a lot of these things, Twitch has actually implemented things that third parties have added. So Streamlabs and Stream Elements had, you know, kind of channel points for a long time, and then Twitch added them because they realized how useful they can be, and things like highlighting your name when it gets mentioned in the chat, so on and so forth. So things like that are really helpful, but Better Twitch TV has a lot of options here that will allow you to customize your chat experience entirely. You can have things so that It'll allow you to appear anonymously. You can use GIF emotes. You can use additional better Twitch TV emotes. They had the dark theme before dark theme existed on Twitch. You get a lot of options here, and I highly suggest you check out the extension and see what kind of things are useful for you. Default to live channels, I think, is a really great option to have on. I don't usually browse the channels. If I want to go and check out who's live, I will automatically just go to live. I don't want to see anybody who's hosting somebody else. I don't want to see past broadcasts. I just want to go to who's live. So if I have that option on and I click following, it'll automatically go to the live and it'll only show me who's actively streaming. So that one alone is super useful and absolutely great. The also auto-redeeming channel bonuses is really great. So I usually have streams on in the background while I'm working or while I'm playing games, and I don't want to always have to go and click on that channel redemption. So this makes it really easy, and I can just rack up channel points and use them to spam my friend Vinny with, you know, text-to-speech. Pretty awesome. Now, Fischers Faces allows you to add extra emotes to your channel. So not ones that are your own personal ones that you would add as an affiliate or a partner, but you get a lot more emotes. And you've probably seen a lot of these in a lot of the bigger Twitch streams. People use them quite a bit, and it's a really great way to give your viewers more flexibility when in your channel and reacting to certain things that happen. You do have to make sure that you sign in with your channel. You set it up. You can set a certain amount of emotes that are linked to your channel so that people can use them. And it's a really great way to just give them a little bit more of that ability to, you know, express themselves. And people love emotes. I love emotes. It's a really great way to give them that option. So our fifth tool is something that allows you to easily link all of your socials and makes it easy to access with one link, and it's called Linktree. So you can use Linktree for free, and you can add as many links as you want to it. So you can link your Twitch, your YouTube, your Twitter, your Instagram, your Facebook, your OnlyFans if you decide to have one, your Patreon, all that kind of stuff. You can have it all in one link, so that instead of having to spam people with a bunch of different links for everything, if someone's like, hey, where can I find you? You can just give them your Linktree. You'll have everything on there. And with the free account, you can add as many links as you want. You have a few options of customizing what it looks like. So you can see ones that are locked with Pro. You can't do a custom one. You can add your own image. You can add all your own links. With Pro, you'll get the ability to add things like thumbnails and whatnot, but this is a really great way to put all of your links into one page, and you don't have to pay for a website, you don't have to pay for anything here. It's very simple, it's very easy, it's very minimal, and you can put this everywhere. You can put this as a auto message by your bot every like 20 to 30 minutes if you want to. You can put this as the link on your Instagram because you can only have one link on there. You can put this in your Twitter bio. You can put it wherever you'd like. It gives really good access to everything, and its simplicity is its greatest strength. So highly suggest it. Really great way to link all of your socials. And as a bonus, number 6, extensions. So a lot of people really don't utilize extensions enough. They don't know that they exist. They don't know how they work. And extensions are a really great way to add some great features to your stream directly within Twitch. So I've gone through and I've tried different extensions, and I've used ones while playing certain games. Like you can see here with Borderlands 3, I had one, and with Path of Exile, I had one. Right now, I'm only using 3 extensions, and they're all very simple. So I have the Amazon Blacksmith, which allows me to create a list of things that I personally use. So right now I think I have my stream set up there, and you can set that up, and on the bottom of my Twitch page it'll actually show you that Amazon Blacksmith. Actually, Slight correction there. I actually have the blacksmith set up as a component, and a component is something that overlays your actual stream, and a panel is something that you have in your about section. So the stream elements leaderboards that you see here, if we scroll down, you can see I have the stream elements panel. You can see everybody who's like topping my leaderboard in Bacon Bits, for example, which is the stream elements point system. Who's topping in Cheers, who's topping the subs. So Jason is up there, 29, his brother 26, pretty sweet. I really appreciate them for that. Chat stats and all this really great stuff right within your about page. And then while I'm streaming, these two components will actually appear on them. You've probably seen the Prime sub and loot reminder one, where it just shows up as like a little Amazon smile or the little crown, and it reminds you if you have your Twitch Prime sub available to redeem on someone's stream. I have sound alerts so people can donate bits and scare the crap out of me on stream. Here's an example of that.
Just do it!
Oh my
God,
that
your dreams
scared the
come
shit
true!
out of me. Oh my God, my heart hurts. And again, I have the Amazon Blacksmith. So this is what the configuration page of the Amazon Blacksmith looks like. And yeah, so I have my gaming streaming set up here. I have a bunch of the games that I was playing. And this just allows people to quickly see some of the stuff that I use. I do also mention everything in my about page, but this just makes it really easy for people to get to. And yeah, extensions are super helpful. There are a ton of extensions, and there's always new ones being added, so I definitely recommend you check them out. You can get ones for Spotify, you can get stream avatars, you can get a whole bunch of crazy ones, and they all have different utilities and things that they're useful for. Some of them are to help with viewer engagement, some of them are to help provide more information. And there's so many out there. I definitely recommend you go to the discovery page, search for some of the games that you like to play. You'll never know, like World of Warcraft I'm pretty sure has one. Right, so you got your WoW Armory. Like there are so many extensions, it's pretty insane. Definitely recommend them, and they can really help out your Twitch viewers and yourself included. And that's it. Hope you guys found this video helpful. If you did, again, I'd appreciate it if you liked and subscribed. It really helps me out. We're getting close to 1,000. Hopefully gonna try to do something special once we hit that. So thank you to everybody who watches the channel. If you have any questions or comments about the extensions, about any of the things that I mentioned, like Chaturino and Power Toys, feel free to leave a comment in the section below, or go ahead and join our Discord. We can have a little bit more of a conversation there. Got lots of people in there that would be more than happy to help. So yeah, look forward to seeing you there. As always, I stream on Twitch from Friday until Tuesday. Come check me out and say hello. If you have any questions, you can ask them in the chat, and I'll try my best to get to them as quickly as possible. Thanks again for watching until the end of the video. I hope you liked this very rare daytime video recording. And stay safe out there. See you next Friday.